Good morning, it's Mrs. McMillan. I hope you're having a great day so far. Let's work on another morning message today. All right, let's take a look at our first sentence. We're going to talk about the day of the week, what the date is, and what tomorrow will be. So let's review our days of the week. We start with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now yesterday was Tuesday, so that means today is Wednesday. All right, so let's go ahead and write the word Wednesday. And we start with a capital letter because it's a special name. There's our capital W. We have E-D-N-E-S-D-A-Y. And there's our comma to take a breath. And now you remember the month is May. Let's review those months in order or sequence. You can help me read as I point. Starting with January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And we know it's May. Now let's take a look here. I've left this part blank because we need to fill in what the number of the day is in May. And I thought we could use one of these to help us count. Do you know what this is called? Have you seen one of these at school before? I bet you have. It's called a 10 frame. And if we count, we notice that we have in this rectangle, we have 10 squares. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I thought we could review these coins here to help us count how many days in May we've had so far, because we're going to be able to put one of these coins in each square. So let's see what we have. Do you remember what this coin is called? We talked about that yesterday. It's called a penny. And remember, it has our 16th president on the front. His name is Abraham Lincoln, and pennies are worth 1 cent. I wonder what's on the back. Well, this is called the heads, because we see his head, and he's facing to the right. The back of the coin, or the back of the penny, is called the tails side. Let's see what's on there. Ooh, oops. Looks like it's some sort of, oh, I've got it upside down. Looks like it's some sort of shield. And look, it says 1 cent. Look at that. And then I see United States of America. That's the country we live in. So if these pennies are worth 1, let's put 1 in each square of our 10 frame to count how many days we've had in May. Are you ready? 1, 2, here's an older penny, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more makes 6. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and did you know that if we have 5 of these, we could actually, instead of having all these pennies, we could also exchange these 5 pennies for one of those. Do you remember what this is called? That's the nickel, and it's worth 5 cents. There's our 3rd president, Thomas Jefferson, and he's facing to the left. Let's look on the back, or the tails side of the nickel. And we have an old building called Monticello. That is where Thomas Jefferson used to live. Cool. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pennies. So we're going to write the number 6 here. So here is our year, 2020, and then our period, because we're telling what the date is. Let's read it together. Today is Wednesday, May 6th, 2020. So now our second sentence has that big word again. Do you remember what it is? I can find a small word. There's the word to. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Tomorrow will be, do you know what tomorrow will be? Well, if today is Wednesday, the next day, or tomorrow, will be Thursday. So let's go ahead and write Thursday with that capital letter, the T, and the H, like thumb, and then the word day, D there's our period because we're stopping a telling sentence. Let's read it. Tomorrow will be Thursday. Excellent. Now, do you remember we did some writing the other day, and I was writing about my favorite superhero. Do you remember what? It's Wonder Woman. And that was the title of my story. And let's take a look at the picture I had of my superhero. And then we had words that we could use to label her picture. And I can use these words when I am wanting to write a story about Wonder Woman. All right, so let's review what I had labeled, and then we'll read over what I started, and let's write maybe one more sentence to my story about Wonder Woman, because remember, writers are never really done. We're always adding more. All right, so the first thing that we had was mask. Now, Wonder Woman doesn't wear a mask, but that's okay because that got me thinking about other things that help her fight crime. She's got that crown. This is a picture, or this is the picture of her face, and here's her face. This is part of her head. And then she has hand. And I liked to add the details of those gold bracelets. And then her cape isn't purple, it is what color? Red. And then remember, here's her foot. And I wanted to not really write about her foot, but about what she wears. She has those boots, and there they are there. And then I had marked off what I wanted. So I could use this chart for her labels to help me with my story. So let's see what I started writing the other day about Wonder Woman. All right, let's see what I wrote. And you can help me read if you remember. I'll point. I wrote, I like Wonder Woman because she is strong. Her red cape is cool. All right, and I have another line here that I can write on. And if I run out of lines and I want to write more, I've got some more lined paper. So let's take a look and see what we want to write about. I haven't written about her crown yet, or her gold bracelets, or her boots. Maybe I could write about her gold bracelets. I wonder what she uses those gold bracelets for. I think her gold bracelets help her become strong. So I'm going to write that too. I don't know what another word is for strong. If she's strong, she is powerful, and she can really do a lot of crime fighting. So I think my sentence will start with, she has gold bracelets. So I think that's a good way to introduce her gold bracelets. So remember how I wrote some lines when I wanted to be writing my sentence? I wrote lines for each word of my sentence. So my sentence is, she has gold bracelets. So I'm going to write she, and I have to remember to put my spaces between my different words. So she has gold, and I know the word bracelets is pretty big, so I don't think I can write it. So let's go to my second page and make a line for that last word of the sentence, bracelets. All right, so let's see if we can write, she has gold bracelets. So, do you remember what we always need to start a sentence with? It always has to begin with a capital letter. All right, so we're going to be writing the word she. I hear shh. What two letters make shh? If you said SH, you are correct. Sh, E. And there's that capital letter. Has, that's an easy word to sound out. Listen. S. S. Three sounds. So, H. Our vowel is A. It's A. S. And that's the S. She has gold. Now, I've already spelled the word gold, luckily, and there it is. And I wrote bracelets, so I can use my chart with my ideas to go ahead and include these words that I labeled my picture into my writing. So gold is G-O-L-D, gold, okay? There we go, G-O-L-D, and then we need to go to the next page to write the word bracelets. And we're going to write it right here. B-R, A. Sounds like C, but remember it's that soft C because the vowel E is following it. Brace. And remember, we talked about silent letters yesterday. Silent E makes the A say its name. So we need to write the silent E. Remember, we see him, but he doesn't make his regular sound. Brace. And then we have the word let. Let. L-E-T. And remember, she has two of them, and when we have more than one, we add the S to the end. All right, so let's read my sentence. She has gold bracelets. Now that's telling you something that she has, so I need to put my period at the end of the sentence. Let's read it again. She has gold bracelets. So I wonder what she uses those bracelets for. I've seen pictures of her where she uses them to protect herself. So I'm going to write a second sentence about that. And my sentence would be, she protects herself. Okay, so she, and remember I'm going to write my lines to help me with my sentence. She protects. I came to the end, but I'm still writing herself. Herself sounds like a big word, so I'm going to make a big line. Now, we need to start our sentence with a capital letter. I've already included my spaces, and so I'm going to write the word she again. Do you remember? Shh. The SH makes shh. E. Protect. Now, that's a big word, so let's use what we know about clapping out syllables. You ready? Protect. I hear how many? Try it again. Protect. I heard 2 syllables, so let's work on that first syllable. Pro. So we hear P, R, O. Okay, now the second syllable. Listen. Protect. Tech. T, T, eh. Protect. Sounds like there's a K. So I'm going to write a C. And listen. Protect. There's another T. And now if you really listen to the word protects, that also needs to have an S. She protects herself. Now, remember I wrote a big line there because it's a big word. So let's clap out those syllables. You ready? The word is herself. Herself. Try it again. Herself. So I heard her. So let's write her. Gonna have that. Sounds like R's name, but remember we have to have a vowel here, and that's gonna be an E. Her. That R is being bossy. Her. Look, that's a word. It's a small word. Her. That is something that belongs to a girl or a woman. Her. So we have herself. So the second part, or the second word part of syllable, is self. And we can actually tap out those sounds. Listen, the word is self. S, E, L, F. 4 sounds. S, E, L, F. And look at here. If I cover up the word her, I have the word self. Her, self. And do you remember what we call 2 small words that we put together to make a big word? You got it. Compound word. And now I'm telling you that, so I'm going to put a period. So let's read what we've written so far about Wonder Woman. Okay, here we go. I like Wonder Woman because she is strong. Her red cape is cool. She has gold bracelets. She protects herself. Now, I'm not really finished yet. I might want to have a good ending. I've got some extra lines here, but I have a pretty good beginning. You know, I'm writing about Wonder Woman. My middle part, I'm telling you some details about things that she has and does. So I really probably need to have a super ending to end my story, but I'm not ready to do that yet. So I might do that another day. So when you're writing, make sure you have maybe a chart that you can use to get your ideas ready. You might have a title. You don't always have the title first. It might be the last thing you think of. And then it's always good to use what you know about a good story with a beginning, a middle, and then an ending. And I like my ending to be pretty cool, so I'm going to think more about that. Remember, writers are never really quite done. We're always adding more. Maybe you can write a story today about something that's on your mind and share it with me on your ESOL Padlet, or maybe your classroom information that your teachers are sending out, Class Dojo. I would love to see how hard you're working. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.